Happy Monday and welcome another dazzling week of learning into your life, Mapleton Online Owls. It's Monday, January 23rd, 2023, and here are your morning announcements brought to you by the Fox's Den. There are no birthdays today, but go play in the snow. Stay warm and remember, it's okay to be lazy.
Good morning, friends. We're going to begin the day by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, so I want everyone to quietly stand up. We don't have to talk. Quietly stand up. And then I want you to put your right hand over your heart. And now we are going to look at the flag and we will say the words together. Okay, here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job, you did it. Okay, everyone quietly sit back down, and I want you to have a wonderful day at school. I'll see you again soon. Bye!
Today's weather, you guessed it, cold, cloudy skies, then partly cloudy with a few flurries or snow showers possible. A high of 30 degrees and a low of 17. Our quote of the day today comes from Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And what's happening in Mapleton? This is the week for our Discovery Month open houses, and everyone in Mapleton is excited to share the world of opportunities that exist for students in our schools. Please come and tour schools that interest you and your student and see what makes our Small by Design schools special. You can see classrooms and gathering spaces, meet school directors and teachers, and talk to current students before enrollment opens on February 1st. Current Mapleton families, these are great events to attend if you have a preschool student headed into kindergarten, a 6th grade student who needs to select a 7th grade, or an 8th grade student heading into 9th grade next school year. All open houses are held from 5:30 to 7 o'clock p.m. Tonight, Monday, January 23rd, join Achieve Academy, Explore Pre-K-8, Meadow Community School, Monterey Community School, Preschool on Pose, Welby Community School of the Arts, and York International School. On Wednesday, January 25th, join Adventure Elementary School, Global Intermediate Academy, Global Primary Academy, Mapleton Online, Performing Arts School on Broadway, and Trailside Academy. And wrapping up on Thursday, January 26th, make sure to join Academy High School, Clayton Partnership School, Mapleton Early Career Prep High School, Mapleton Expeditionary School of the Arts, North Valley School for Young Adults, and Valley View Innovation School. And remember, more information about all the schools can be found at the School Finder on the Welcome Center page on the Mapleton Public Schools website. 2023-24 open enrollment begins Wednesday, February 1st for all grades, pre-K through 12. And join Mapleton School Board and Superintendent Charlotte Chantio for a virtual conversation about our school and our community. The conversation begins at 6 p.m. on Monday, February 6th. Annual online update, formerly known as registration, will begin in February for these families. Anyone who has a preschooler moving to kindergarten, a 6th grader at Adventure Elementary or Welby Community School, or an 8th grade student at Achieve Academy, Clayton Partnership, Meadow Community School, Monterey Community School, or Trailside Academy. All other schools will register in April. Skyview Athletics today. Girls Middle School basketball at 4:30 p.m. Westminster versus Global Black B at Global. Also at 4:30, York Silver B versus Adams City Middle School at Adams City Middle School. At 5:30, Westminster versus Global Black A at Global. And at 5:30, York Silver A versus Adams City Middle School at Adams City Middle School. High school sports registration for spring sports, baseball, girls soccer, girls tennis, and boys and girls track and field will open on February 6th and close on February 24th. First practice and tryouts will be on February 27th. Mapleton Jazz Messengers, or Advanced Jazz Band, will begin rehearsals Thursdays in February, March, April, and May, with concerts on Thursday, April 27th and May 11th. Rehearsals are 4 to 5:30. Any student that is in high school band or that was in Messenger last year can sign up, or you may audition for a spot. Mapleton Jazz Lab Band, which is intermediate jazz band, begins rehearsals Tuesdays in February, March, and April, with a concert on April 27th. Rehearsals are 3:45 to 5 o'clock, and any student in 0 hour is welcome to join. Both jazz bands meet in the Skyview Band Room, E114 at 8990 York Street. The Mapleton District Spelling Bee is coming up soon, with the written portion being held on February 6th at North Valley, and the main event February 8th at Rosa Auditorium from 6:30 to 8:30. Our fun fact of the day: the first ever donut created was by Captain Hanson Gregory in 1831. And our word of the day: livid, is an adjective meaning exceptionally angry. The blustering, red-faced father was livid at his son's deliberate disobedience. And our joke of the day: what kind of streets do ghosts haunt? Dead ends. Our meme of the day. And let's see our world record.
And more amazingly, I think, is the survivors.
A single lightning strike carries a charge of several 100 million volts and has a peak current of around 20,000 amps, which is a lot. And while they say that lightning never strikes twice, it certainly did in the case of this park ranger.
The first time he was struck, in 1942, he was hiding from a thunderstorm in a lookout tower, which had just been built, and it didn't yet have a lightning rod. The tower was struck, and when he fled from the burning building, he was struck and lost a big toenail. Roy's next lightning encounter was in 1969. He was driving his truck in the mountain. Now usually this would be protection from a lightning strike, but he had the window open, and the lightning knocked him unconscious and burnt off his eyebrows and eyelashes.
This Tesla coil generates an electric blast of 250,000 volts. A bolt of lightning is about 300 million volts. Storms cause an electrical imbalance between the clouds and the ground, which results in electric discharge. And lightning's hot! It can actually be 5 times the temperature of the surface of the sun!
In theory, the chances of being struck by lightning just once in an 80-year lifespan are 1 in 10,000. However, this depends very much on where you are and what you do. Roy was a park ranger in the Shenandoah National Park, in the Blue Ridge Mountains, which meant that he was outside and at high elevations in an area that experienced many days of lightning and storm activity a year. The Blue Ridge Mountains see between 35 and 45 days of thunderstorm activity every year.
In 1970, he was struck in his own front yard, and his left shoulder was seared. And then in 1972, he was struck for a fourth time, whilst in a ranger station, and his hair caught fire. In 1973, he saw some storm clouds gathering and tried to outrun them. When he thought it was safe, he stepped out of his truck, only to be hit once more. The lightning passed through him, searing his legs and singeing his hair. Poor Roy was struck again in 1976, injuring his ankle and burning his hair again. Roy's wife was also struck once, when a storm suddenly arrived as she was hanging out clothes in their backyard. But this time, her husband, who was helping her, escaped unharmed.
In later life, Roy was a lonely man, as many chose simply to avoid him rather than to run the risk of being struck by lightning themselves.
What really actually stuck with me in reading about Roy's case, especially after reaching the level of 7 strikes, is that he actually died not by lightning strike, but by sadly taking his own life. So he'd gone through all these 7 agonizing experiences, survived what would kill anyone else normally, and yet he decided that he'd had enough with this world. So it's a very sad end, really, but some of that stayed with me all these years. So Roy is very, very, very much deserving of his place in the Curious Casebook.
And finally, have an amazing Monday.